Hey guys, welcome to my first Sims 4 build. Today we are going on an adventure. We're heading to Spooner Street in Quahog, Rhode Island. Yes, I am making a Family Guy build. We are, of course, at the Griffin's house. This was definitely an interesting first build for me, and when I say first build, I mean almost exactly my first build in this game. I am not much of a builder in The Sims 4. For those of you who have seen my 100 Baby Challenge videos, you'll know that I've only been playing The Sims 4 for about a year and a half now, so I'm still pretty new, and I definitely am not much of a builder. And this taught me a lot of mechanics about the building system that I've only experienced through watching other Simmers build on YouTube. So I pulled up about 5 references for this house, and it was a lot, especially since the house kind of changes throughout the seasons. And there are parts of the house that I just feel like we never really see. For example, I'm about to build the screened-in porch to the right of the house, and I think they've only ever really had one episode in there. So I was really going on some pictures. This is me trying to find a placement for my windows because I built this a week ago and we didn't have the new expansion yet, and we couldn't place windows on a half tile yet, so I had to make some choices, and I chose to put my windows super close to the porch here. And I say screened in porch, but this porch is not very screened because I couldn't find any windows that were screened. Oh look, I did end up moving the windows to the side. That does look a little bit better. So I couldn't find any windows that were screened. I do end up changing the windows a little bit on the screen porch to make them tinted so that you could at least get the illusion that you can't really see in there. I'm playing around with doors right now. I ended up using this cute little door from Cats and Dogs. Totally love it. Rustic little look. But I do think I ended up changing that too. The original house, the actual house in the show, has like a double, I believe, like a double window door, but I couldn't find any of those, so I did the best that I could. I messed around with the sizing of this house a bit. As you can see, I started with it being super long and had to cut it down drastically. I was trying to count tiles in the pictures, but as we know, The Sims 4 does not always make that easy for us. There's going to be a lot of things in this build that was not easy for me. Windows being one of those things, because none of the swatches match each other. So I had to make the decision of whether I wanted to go by window shape or window color. I do love this side door. I do love that. This is like the Griffin's main entrance. Even though it's not the front of the house, this is the door that they always walk through, and they come in front of the pictures with the mountains in their living room. Anybody who watches the show knows exactly what I'm talking about. Love that door. I don't even think I end up changing it at all. I get a little door for the garage, and then I also get this awesome garage door that came with City Living. It's non-functional, strictly for looks, but it is exactly what I needed. Perfect. I throw that on there. And now we are about to get into the bane of my existence. Oh, maybe not yet. I'm just adjusting some sizing here. Yeah, just adjusting some sizing. I do make the side porch bigger, and I make the garage a bit bigger. I thought it had looked a little bit weird. I think I had it make, like, it looked a little bit longer out to the side than, like, wide on the side of the house, so I pull everything back a bit. Like I said, it was hard to count tiles in these pictures, even though I had 5 references or 4 references. I don't know. I think I had 2 references of the front, 1 of the back, 1 of one side, 1 of the other side. So I pull back that garage, adjust everything, widen it out, make it look good, make it look like a car can actually fit in there. Perfect, beautiful. Mess with the side window. I think I change it about several times. I think we're on window number 2, and I think I change it legit 7 more times, because I wanted just a nice, like single window, but none of them match the color scheme. As you can see, I have kind of like a orangey theme going on, other than the red door, because of course you have to have the red door for the Griffin's household, but I was going for kind of like an orangey look for the windows, and none of those colors match in The Sims 4 because they just don't like to match their window swatches for us. So I'm gonna say that 12 more times during this build. I know I am, because it was honestly a struggle. Just one of the bigger struggles. I had multiple struggles. I'm struggling right now to put a roof in. I'm bad at placing roofs in the first place. Trying to make a roof look good to match a picture of an iconic house that everybody knows, bigger struggle. So I built an upstairs and I threw just a general roof on it, and it just looks too big. The roof in the Griffin's house definitely slants over the front more and comes kind of more over the windows a little bit, because as you can see, I'm trying to build extra windows that stick out of their, I don't know, what would you call that, an alcove? So the Griffins have 2 alcoves sticking out of the front of their house, and then they have like one longer one in the back, and that's their upstairs. But I had already built an upstairs, and so it just looked really big and obnoxious and huge and just wasn't working out, and I just hated it so much. And I finagled that for a little bit, and now we jump forward. So this is 20 minutes later. I get rid of the upstairs. I take 2 half roof pieces and I just slam them together. So now you can see that the roof definitely looks closer to the downstairs windows. I'm trying to get rid of the whole upstairs. I just kind of, like I said, I have problems with the roofing, so I just kind of like threw it on there, and I left a bunch of walls from when I was finagling with the upstairs before, so now I have to go in and try to find all those pieces, and it'll come back to bite me. I finally move on to the porch roof and the garage roof because they were way more simple. This makes it look like it went by so much faster. Guys, I cut out so much time. I spent a good 25 minutes trying to build this roof. I was almost in tears. I'm not even gonna lie. I was really considering crying. Saving the game because I'm on the verge of tears, and this was taking me forever, and I didn't want to lose what I had already gotten done. I'm still trying to build these alcoves. I don't know, like, I can't see what I'm doing, so I move this roof over. I find more walls that I forgot to delete, and I'm just I'm just struggling. I'm struggling so hard, but I did it for you guys. I did it for you. My one complaint, I do get this to look pretty good. My one complaint after the fact is that if I do decide to do like a part 2 to this and like add furniture, the upstairs is definitely not the proper shape. Like, look at this like U shape that I'm creating just to get the look that I want. The Griffin's upstairs does not look like that at all. They have a pretty solid full upstairs, and I don't have this in this build, so I might be able to get an accurate downstairs, but I'm not going to get an accurate upstairs. So you guys are going to have to let me know if that's something that you want to see me putting together the downstairs for this build. And I don't know, maybe I'll like attempt to do the upstairs, but I can't make any promises. We're putting back our roofs together. It's going good. It's going okay. It's not gonna be great. It's not gonna be great because these roofs actually end up like, I don't know, glitching out on me later. You're gonna see me messing with the foundation for a little bit because, of course, the foundation is another struggle in The Sims 4 when building. Although that also got updated a little bit in the patch, which is great. But so you're gonna see me struggling with foundation, and that messes up my roofs, and that's gonna make me sad. But until then, here we are. We're placing our little roofs. We're changing the color to green because the Griffins have yellow house green roofs. So we're putting in that green color. I went for like this darker green. Oh, look at that vibrant green. I went for this darker green color. It definitely looks better than like, say, a vibrant green. I can't really tell that it's green, but I promise you that there's like a little bit of green here. Sorry about that. So once again, pulling in some of those eaves a little bit, just trying to make everything fit and look nice. And now we're back on the window grind. I put in a couple of windows. These do end up being kind of like placeholders because I changed them later. I'm trying to match them downstairs. I totally put that window on the right in the wrong place, but don't worry, I'll fix it again later. We're finagling, we're looking, we're searching, we are just trying our best to find a good matching window. I end up pulling the one from the side and just creating my own double windows that way. It looks a lot better, it matches a little bit better. Now I'm trying to match the upstairs windows colors to the downstairs windows colors. Doesn't work, so I try to pull out another new window. That one has a swatch that looks a little bit better. But still not perfect because, God forbid, The Sims 4 has matching window swatches. I'm getting so frustrated. I can't even breathe. I'm putting in a chimney right now. Oh, I'm putting in a chimney right now. When my roof glitches in a couple of minutes, I'm going to lose the chimney, which means that we're going to be chimneyless at the end of this build, and I apologize for that. If I do decide to do like an indoor build, then I think I'll re-add the chimney, but for now we're gonna end up chimneyless. Just get a good little look of what the chimney looks like now, because it's gonna disappear. Oh, we're adding in some color. I started with a light yellow, just to be a little bit more realistic, and I do realize that afterwards, you see I'm switching through the time of day, checking out the color. It's too light, so I go back in and I grab a more vibrant yellow so I can get that kind of cartoony look. I'm trying to fit in all the little teeny tiny spaces, all the little roofing spaces, because, you know, of course everything ended up being its own separate room, which means I've got to paint each individual wall. Always a struggle. I'm putting in some roofing trim, make it look a little bit cleaner, a little bit more finished. It's looking great. And then I move over those windows. Definitely a good choice, because the back of the garage does not have any windows, and I'm gonna pull in that garage too, because I need to make room for some bushes that are gonna be there later. That was also another adventure. Oh, I'm changing out the doors now. As much as I love those cat and dogs doors, they're super cute. They just weren't really fitting the aesthetic. They almost look too cottagey to me. So I took that side door that was over here on the left, and I put it over on the porch. And we're finagling with windows, always finagling with windows, just going. I'm trying to do the upstairs windows now. Once again, I think I end up just going more for style than color, because I just can't find anything that matches. Searching, this is the video of searching for windows. That is all this is, and I hope that someday that's not the case so much. But today that is the case. So in the actual show, they have a single window on those alcoves. I couldn't find one that looked good, so I went for the double windows. I changed the colors of the windows downstairs, and now I'm trying to do that single window again, and I'm trying to make it fit and look good, but that upstairs just looks so huge that teeny tiny little window is just not working, so I pull in this double window again, and I'm moving it around, finagling it, pull that roof down just to make it work. It still looks weird to me, but, you know, we did what we had to do. I decided to end up pulling that down as well, and I think that's like the last time that I changed that little side window. I pull those windows into the back just so we could get something that matches a little bit better. I know that the other windows in the back don't match, but you get it. You get it by now. Now it's time to try to put in the porch. Put in their little staircase. We've had some good shots, action shots, and good, you know, chatting times on that porch over at the Griffin house. So I put in the porch, put in the stairs, and I put in, trying to like figure out how long I want the pathway to be. It's definitely not going to be as long as it is in the show. If I do end up finagling this house again, I'll probably put it on a bigger lot, because I have to add in some trees. I need to add in, I'm going to put in bushes in this build, but there's a whole other, there's like woods and stuff that I have to put in. Right now I'm finagling with the garage, because when the garage is attached to the house in the game, it gives it a foundation. And obviously a garage isn't going to have a foundation because a car won't be able to get out of it. So now I'm trying to decide if I want to have my garage have a foundation or not. And I am trying my hardest. You could just see me trying all the tricks that I know to try to make this garage connect to the house and not build a foundation. I don't know if there's a way to do it. If there is, I don't know what it is. I paused for a whole 2 minutes here. I think I was Googling how how to do it, and I couldn't find anything, and I was like, all right, in the middle of a build that you were recording is not the time to be looking up this information, so we're just gonna end up attaching the garage back to the house. I undid everything that I did, reattached it, and I was like, all right, the garage is having a foundation. I put down some cement for my driveway, and I dropped the see, I'm just messing with that foundation. Here I am with the mailbox. The Griffins are supposed to have a red mailbox, but none of the packs that I have a red mailbox, so we don't have a red mailbox, and it broke my heart. But at least we have our red door. The red door is supposed to have like a little eave over it, and I forgot to see if there was something like that existed. I think the thing that I exactly need doesn't exist, so I guess it doesn't matter either way, but you know, here we are. All right, now we're starting on the landscaping, and I don't even know. This was just such an adventure. I built this house like a week ago, so that means I didn't have the expansion pack yet. So as you could see, I didn't have the half tile placing for the windows. I also didn't have the update for the foundation, and for those of you who don't know, when you're building in The Sims 4, or when you were building in The Sims 4, if you had your house up on a foundation and you tried to put any bushes or flowers or anything up right next to the house, it would jump up with the house to whatever height the foundation was at. So you have to drop the foundation first, place everything, and then bring the foundation back up. So here I am struggling to place bushes. I only had like 3 bush choices. So I took these giant hedges that you see, and I had to shrink them by like 3 clicks just so I could get them to look semi-decent. The hedges are supposed to be under the windows, so I really just had to shrink everything. I found these huge bushes, these huge single bushes, and I had to shrink them by like 3 times. And I'm just going around the house. I'm placing these. It looks stupid. I am totally hating it. I am on the verge of tears, and I just keep going because I don't know what else to do. The hedges are like sticking out on the sides. They look like they were shrunk, you know, it's not even. I'm trying to fix it with these giant single bushes that I shrunk, and I'm just trying to fill in the spaces. Now I'm pulling up the foundation, and I'm like, man, that does not look good. So here I am trying to like fill it in even more, and I'm like, oh my god, I can't place this because I just pulled up the foundation, so now I have to drop it again, and it's just I was like, I'm gonna cry. I am going to cry. So now I'm putting in these bushes, but like a little bit bigger, and they're just not looking good. Oh my god, they're covering the door now. They're just not fitting properly. So I do, oh, here I am deleting the porch because I didn't know where I wanted to go with it. Put the porch back in. Keep the foundation down. I'm like, maybe this is just a sign that I can't have any foundation, the fact that I'm struggling so much. Fix up my driveway a little bit. And I'm like, does this look good? Is this what we're doing? I put in our little trash can back there, and I go, okay, I think maybe this is it. And then I realized that my roofs are disappearing. Oh my gosh. So now I have to refix the roofing on my alcoves. The roofs are like not showing up. I had to move them out, replace them, but as you can see, the wall attaching the room to the roof is not working, so I had to put in a floor. I had to delete the roof, and then I had to like just completely put in a new roof. Yep, putting in a new roof, switching it around, checking it out, and I think the wall finally like clicks. Yep, there it is. So now we have to color it in and do the same thing to the other side. I had to add flooring, I'm pretty sure, because I don't know how to add a ceiling in this game. So I added some flooring, fixed my roofs, recolored the walls, and this is where I lost the chimney. So the chimney is gone now. I don't really blame it. You know, I would run away from this build too. Now I'm looking at the bushes again, and I'm going, this looks like poopy. There's supposed to be bushes all the way around the house, so I'm trying to fill in that space under that window. I'm trying to clean up the corners a little bit. It's just a nightmare. And I realize that if I take this single bush and I shrink it down a little bit and I just place it one after the other, it looks a lot better. So that's what I did. I went back in and I half tile placed all of these bushes after shrinking them down, and I definitely like it a lot better. It's not perfect, it's not, but it's the best that I had, and I'm pleased. It looks almost too perfect. The lines are just kind of too neat, but what are you gonna do? So here we are, we're going around, just keep going, keep going. Like I said, if I do come back to this build, I'm going to have to put some trees in the backyard. I think there's a tree on one of the sides. I don't remember what side. I definitely need to put this on a bigger lot so I have some space. I think I might want to throw like a picnic table and a grill back there, because I know I've definitely seen them grill in the backyard before. Yeah, and then you know what? I think it would be a good idea to knock down the lot over to the right and build Quagmire's house, because, you know, I just had so much fun with this one. Of course I'm gonna wanna do this again. I think I just saw some clipping with my roof with that upstairs room. See, yes, look at that. There's walls directly through it. So, I don't know. If I do this build, we are not getting it upstairs. Adjusting the windows a little bit, finishing up those bushes. Like I said, I'm sorry that the windows don't match, but I went for style over color, and I'm glad that I made that choice, because it definitely looks a lot better. Yeah, so I think this is pretty much it. So, you know, take a good look. This is my cute little Griffin house. So thank you so much, guys, for stopping in and having this adventure for me. Once again, maybe we'll have a part 2, maybe not. If so, I hope you check it out. Have a great day. Bye, guys.